Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jeff Porter from the Indie Gamer Magazine. I missed yesterday. I was out of town for the weekend. I didn't make it back until late last night. So today we're we're going to find out who won Dread Templar. We're going to go through some Halloween games because it's getting closer to October. And a game that we covered in our first issue, or maybe our second issue, is now free to play. So we're going to take a look at that as well and kind of see uh, how far it's come along and why it's free to play now and go through all that kind of stuff. So today, before I get into any of that, of course, I need to talk to you a little bit about Beamable. So what is Beamable? It is a free-to-use tool for game developers that easily allows them to add a social, commerce, or content management features to their game with low-code drag-and-drop prefabs that integrate into Unity seamlessly. So you can head over to beamable.com right here. Description link is in the description below. And so if you're a game developer, you're looking for that little extra push, definitely check out Beamable. You can start the free trial, see if it's right for you, and get some help with the commerce aspect and social, and get all that boosted up a little bit. So today, before we announce the Dread Templar winner, first we're going to take a look at Zera Survival. This is one, it was in our first or second issue ever. So back in 2018, we actually covered it as it was launched on Kickstarter. So it's come a long way. It is now free to play. So we're going to take a look at that. We're going to check out the trailer. We're going to go through all that. And should be fun. So here you go. Here's the trailer for Zera Survival. All right, so that is Zera Survival. Um, it's it takes the survival genre in a little bit of a different direction. Normally, we're so used to seeing zombies. I know that's a huge genre of games. It's not just survival, but survival zombie games, which is fine. I love a zombie game as much as the next guy, but Zero Survival kind of took it a little bit differently, and it's more futuristic. It's with robots, so it's got a very iRobot feel to it with the evil AI kind of getting their own sense of the world. So Zero Survival is an action-focused open-world survival shooter. It is a lot of PvP. I do believe there were some PvE servers, but it is mostly that PvP Daisy kind of open world, everything for themselves. So you'll go against fellow mercenaries and lethal Zoids. Raid for resources alone or with teammates. Build and defend your base, stash your gear, and survive against the odds. You are the hunters, you are the hunted, and the robots never sleep. So I remember when I played this back at launch, oh man, I was sweating a bit. So not only because it's like DayZ or out in the open world, zombies or robots in this case aren't the only problem. You have to worry about everybody else who's out there. And so if you don't jump in on a server or like early when everybody else is kind of the same, it is tough to kind of get ahead because you do have these higher level, better geared people out running around, and so it can make it difficult. But at the same time, it does get kind of balanced in the fact that there are resource drops, and there, like, it was a pretty good drop. Like, you would get pretty decent weapons and stuff inside of them. So if you got a decent weapon and you're a better shot than the other person, that's about all you needed. So it can be a little frustrating in the beginning. You're gonna die a couple times, I promise. But once you start kind of getting the hang of it, or you get in with some friends, or you even like jump in a server and you kind of get along with some of the other groups on there, they might take you. So it can be a lot of fun. Raiding the bases was so much fun. There's a lot of cool different weapons, different ways to combat against the robots, and then the building. From what I've seen and read, the building has come a long way because when I first started, 3 years ago, it was it things didn't really click together the best. It got a little frustrating. From what I've seen and read, though, it seems that they've taken care of that, and so hopefully that's better now. So you look at fast-paced action. I compare it a lot to DayZ. It's got the vehicles. It's got that kind of survival against everybody. So it's modern, action-oriented, open-world shooter. Raid as a lone wolf or team with friends. You drop straight into the fight with yeah, you get dropped by a helicopter, and that's another way too, is the quick travel. So if you need to get from one side of the map to the other, they actually have helicopters that you can jump in, and they go back and forth. And so if you're trying to get up to an event or something pretty quick, you can run over to the base, jump in a helicopter, and take off. Build and raid bases. So there's an all new base building system for season 4, which is super awesome. I really enjoy that they addressed that and fixed it. The open world missions and events are really awesome. So they've also added a new mission system with season 4. And the regular in-game events. So there's nuclear reactor, compound assault, radio tower, civilian bunker, crashed helicopter. The higher the risk, the greater the reward. Obviously, so the harder event that you do and take part in, the better stuff you're going to get. Customization, it's fine. Get your own character. And so yeah, the community-led development. So this is really cool because when this first launched, I hope his name, it's Joshua Harrington. I talked to him for the magazine. Super nice guy. And he talked to me a little bit because he was a solo developer in the beginning. So with the community-led development, it looks like he's kind of opened his arms to some of the community to kind of help guide him and guide this game. So that's really cool. That's probably part of the reason that so much of this has okay, so here you go. Is developed by Spotted Kiwi. So now there is 4, 5, 6, 7 people. So it started with Harrington, and now over the course of 3 years, there's been a lot more people added. So that's awesome. 2022, the era of AI has arrived. So next year, the world is in chaos after a prototype combat robot, banned by law and awaiting secure destruction by Zera Corporation, became self-aware, escaped, and began replication on an industrial scale. Failed attempts to remotely shut down the AI simply triggered a war that humanity could not afford to lose. So again, I like that this takes a different direction. This takes a futuristic robot direction with the survival and everything. So it's kind of a different feeling. When I first backed this on Kickstarter, it was $20. It is now launched as a free-to-play game, which I think is really cool. So it just launched 2 days ago. Mixed reviews, 3,700 of them, and I do think that is because it can be difficult to just jump in brand new. You're gonna die a couple times. That's the nature of the game. So take with it what you will. But Zera Survival, it's a free-to-play game now. If you're looking for something a little bit different, you're looking to kill some robots and that PvP aspect, definitely add Zera Survival to your library. I think you might enjoy it. So let's get into our Dread Templar winner. So we're gonna look over here, and we gave away a Steam key for Dread Templar, which was like a Doom meets like Duke Nukem kind of feel to it. It had that 90s RTS feel, or RTS FPS shooter, and we had a comment. It says, I've been playing Doom 64 this weekend, if you can believe it or not. So excellent timing, I guess. Definitely a stark contrast compared to Doom 1, which I finished for the first time, I'd say, a month or two ago. So they were playing Doom 64 all weekend when we asked, what are you playing this weekend? So we had another response talking about Binding of Isaac. They've put 500 hours into it on the PS4, and they're well on their way there on the PC version. So the first comment, they won. So sucks, Manar. I've been playing Doom 64 this weekend, so you've won the Steam key for Dread Templar. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's a lot of fun, and you can get that same feeling from Doom on it. So congratulations, you've won Dread Templar. We will reach out to you. We'll get it sent over, and I hope you enjoy it. So now we've got two more games. They are horde games. We're a couple days away from October. This is the nature of of what's going to happen. I'm excited. I'm a huge horror genre fan. Next to survival genre, I love the horror. When you put them together, holy cow, I love it. So these next two, one of them is a co-op online. One of them does seem like it's a bit more of a solo play. So we're going to take a look through these. We've got some trailers, we've got some screenshots, and they are available right now. They are both on sale right now, so you can definitely grab them for a steal. So we're going to jump over to In Sound Mind. This is a first-person psychological horror with puzzles, boss fights, original music. So we're going to take a look at this trailer.
Hi, this is Mick Lauer, the voice of Desmond in the upcoming game, In Sound Mind. Today I'll be giving you a walkthrough of the many puzzles that await you in the town of Milton Haven. In Sound Mind is a psychological horror experience, focusing on old-school fun horror gameplay. Players wake up in an eerie old building, playing Desmond Wales, the small-town therapist, and our main protagonist. As he explores the old building, Desmond soon discovers special cassette tapes that contain recorded sessions with his patients. By playing the tapes, Desmond enters the puzzling psyches of the individuals.
Doc, are you there?
The levels you traverse, along with the puzzles and threats you encounter, resonate with the same themes behind each of their stories and their struggles, making each tape a unique experience. One of the patient tapes you'll listen to is Alan's. Alan worked as the town's lighthouse keeper. He describes his fear of the dark to Desmond in one of their sessions, which shapes Alan's monster, the Shade. While Alan was comforted by light, the Shade fears it, and puzzles surrounding it involve a play on light and darkness. When left uninterrupted in the darkness, the Shade appears as a giant living pit chasing you, swallowing everything in its way, from crates to entire cars and trees. In this dark, open area, on the beach, in the nearby forest, or at the lighthouse, threats can be anywhere, lurking in the shadows. Desmond must use the environment, his flashlight or flare gun to subdue the darkness, to learn more about Alan's tragic story, and finally get through the tape. We're excited to be showing a glimpse of Lucas's tape. Lucas is a veteran who served as an experienced radio man in the war. He tells the story of the war, how radio practice and marksmanship shaped his life, decades later leading him all the way to small-town Milton Haven. His monster is the Flash, a 12-foot-tall walking radio tower equipped with a deadly long-range sniper rifle. Desmond will have to cover much terrain as the Flash dwells in the forest surrounding the town, and through the use of a special radio device. Desmond must uncover encoded messages in the frequencies and night sky that help him understand what has happened to the town and get him through the tape.
Is there anybody out there? Hello?
This is just a taste of the different types of environments and puzzles InSound Mind has to offer. Each area and puzzle bring to life the unique story of each individual with their own unique gameplay mechanics. You will have to navigate the psyche of your former patients, and eventually, even your own. Will you be able to uncover the truth that links them all together?
Alright, so this is InSound Mind. As you can see, there's definitely psychological horror going on here. You're a therapist and you have to work your way through your client's own, internal battles and struggles. This one feels really intense. This one feels more like a storytelling event rather than like an actual just kind of game. Like you're playing it and you're going through everything, but this feels more like a novel that you're playing through. It does look obviously terrifying, but I think what's scarier is the stories that they're telling. I think they feel very real. They feel like people that probably struggle with, everybody has been afraid of the dark at some point, if they're still not. And man, I feel like this is more of an event. Like it just feels a little real. So the trailer kind of explained it, but I will say this is from the creators of the cult classic Nightmare House 2, a first-person psychological horror with puzzles, unique boss fights. Traverse a series of unsettling memories as you journey within the inner workings of one place you can't seem to escape, your own mind. So some key features here. We've got kind of a new survival horror experience a series of haunting memories, overcome a cast of terrors, an eerie soundtrack by the Living Tombstone. So this is pretty cool. The internet icon lends its distinct sound to this next generation psychological thriller with a distinctive song for each story. Expect the unexpect the expected. Explore an imaginative and disorienting narrative featuring sentient mannequins, a feline companion, and much more. And yes, you can pet the cat. So this is available right now. You can get it for 50% off as well. So normally this is a $34 title. You can grab it for $29 until October 5th. So even still, this is still a steal in my mind. You could buy 2 of these for the price of one AAA title. So this is developed by We Create Stuff. You can also get the deluxe edition, which includes the game and the original soundtrack. You can also buy the soundtrack separately for $10, and it also has an art book, which is really cool, for free. I really like that it includes the art book. So this is InSound Mind. If you're looking for that storytelling experience, I think this is definitely it. Mixed with obviously a lot of that horror and puzzles and trying to figure everything out. So InSound Mind, available right now. It just released today. You can grab it on sale until the 5th for $29. Let's jump into our next game. So for our next one, it is 35% off until October 1st. So you still got a couple days. Normally it is $15. You can grab it right now for less than $10. This was released 4 days ago on September 24th. This is called Horror Legends. It's a multiplayer survival horror game. I'll show you guys the trailer. This looks pretty neat. So let's hop over here and take a look at Horror Legends.
Kill them! Kill them all! Come on, let's go.
It's not safe here.
Look at that! Sick!
You are one toxic mofo.
Stay back, bro! I know how to use this! Help!
Horror Legends.
Horror Legends. So this is a 5v1, like I said. You'll hack, slash, sneak, stalk, and scavenge through this asymmetrical PvP nightmare as a deadly supernatural legend or scrappy member of the cast stalk you. So I keep drawing this comparison: Dead by Daylight, Friday the 13th, In Silence that we spoke about. This seems to be a very popular kind of genre and style. A lot of people enjoy this, and especially with the horror aspect. I think this is one we talked about last week with Occult. There's a lot to it. So let's see. Become the legend. So what's a legend? One player each round will play as the legend, a powerful supernatural killing machine, from sending minions to overwhelm the prey to hacking victims down with a roaring chainsaw. Every legend has a completely different attribute and arsenal of abilities with which to carve through the cast. The legend you choose has unique properties that define the nature of the entire nightmare the cast are thrust into. And something also with the legends, it definitely feels like each one of them is heavily inspired by, Pumpkinhead or Jason or Chucky. So it really takes that legend to heart. Obviously, we're not going to be able to see the same thing with IPs and everything, but I think they did a good job of convey, because you can still kind of feel what character they're trying to portray without them actually using the character. So I think that was a really cool, awesome idea. So you go through farmhouses, claustrophobic corridors, dark forests. Each eerie location promises a distinct experience, and even within the same setting, some properties and aspects of the game world will change from one round to the next, keeping the cast and the legend on their toes. So even if you're in the same map, things can kind of change around, and you're not really quite sure where everything is. So as you can see here, you get a different cast of characters. This guy looks like a sheriff. Each side is going to have missions or like quest parts to complete to win. That's a cool shot. There's a lot of cool shots in these. You can see that's kind of the Chucky quote-unquote character. You can have up to 4 hotbar items, actually, which looks nice because... and even more than that, because he has a key right above the health to the left up over here. So it looks like you can have 4, like a key, and I don't know what else it would be. But then you have like active items down here that you can use. So it looks like some health, candy bar, shotgun, and green heal, and red do damage basically. Um, the I will say the arts, I don't know. I'm not really sure about the art style. It does feel a bit comic booky, which almost takes like kind of takes out some of the horror of it, maybe. Uh, that's just my opinion. I like the UI. I think the UI is really unique and colorful and everything, but that comic book art style, I don't know. I think it works. However, I think if they would have went in a different direction, it could have been a little bit scarier. But I think this still looks cool. Some map shots. That's pretty awesome. You can see here one of the casts. So you can see along the bottom they've got some choices down here. It looks like they each have their own stats and maybe start with their own item, which is kind of cool because normally it's just the bad guy, the monster on the other side that gets unique stats and stuff. But it's kind of cool that each one of these guys has their own loadout. Wow. All right. I mean, that looks awesome though. That looks really cool. I'm in for it. That looks terrifying. So, Horror Legends just released 4 days ago. It's got 50 reviews that are positive. Normally it is that $15. You can grab it on sale until the first, 35% off for $10. I think this is one that they have a Discord too, so you can join that Discord and find games, I'm sure. This looks like one that if you had a group of friends, I know I have a group of friends, we play In Silence together, and one of us is the creature and stuff. It's a lot of fun. Not to say that, online mixed games aren't fun, but you do kind of run that risk of getting kind of a poop lobby. So, whatever you want to do. As you can see, the reviews, positive. So that's interesting. It's a one-man development team. So that's amazing. Very unique game with a unique art style and concept. The game has a lot of potential. So as you can see, this may be a big winner, Horror Legends. So you can run over and grab it before October 1st for that $10. That's a steal and a half, if I had to say. So, Zera Survival, free to play. Sound Mind, less than $30. It's on sale. And then Horror Legends, you can grab it for $10 until the 1st of October. So we're getting into October. It's time for horror. It's time for slashers. A lot of cool games are coming out, and I'm excited for it. There's a lot of steals that you can get. And then congratulations again to the winner of Dread Templar. We will do a show tomorrow because I missed yesterday. We're still going to do Wednesday, and then we'll do Friday, do the Friday giveaway. So be sure to subscribe. Be sure to check in Friday, see how you can win a free game. And of course, over here, we have a magazine. A whole magazine. So you can subscribe for as low as $3 a month on Patreon. You can follow us on our social media. And then we have a new issue coming out in 3 days. So that's going to be really awesome. I'm looking forward to it. And I think that's it. Just please subscribe, and check back Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And find some awesome, cool games, get some good deals, and some free games. So thank you guys for watching. Jeff Porter from the Indie Gamer Magazine, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.